John Henry Clancy, born in County Dublin to a waitress and a gambler, I look upon you with no shame. August 19, 1915, enlisted in the Royal Irish Rifles. It's only France, you can practically see it from your window like. If only someone had told me, then perhaps my eyes could unsee it all. Niamh Capel, Passchendaele. I remember my captain well, one of those from the public schools battalions. Gentlemen, he said, I kid you not. Gentlemen, when you go over the top, remember, it's not the guns that kill you, it's not the enemy that kills you, it's the fear of being killed, that will take you to your death. Brendan, my best friend, turns to me and says, funny, I always thought it was the coming in the first place that killed you. 30 seconds later, the captain's head was blown off by a submachine gun. But Donald, he's the one that gets me. Our chaplain at the Somme. Killed by an exploding shell that was never even meant for him. On his knees, trying to bring a wounded Englishman back to life. I could barely hear a breath when I got to him. I tried to keep him going. Donald, who loved a good story about the Munster boys in 14, how they were outnumbered 6-1 at a throw, but still stood a full 14 hours against the Germans. 14! Kept firing and firing until they ran flat out of bullets. Never moved an inch. Kept thinking, if only I knew the last rites. Shh! No man deserved them more. Make sure he lives, were Donald's last words as he nodded to the Englishman at my feet. But somehow, I survived. Got myself an honorary discharge in 1917 from a field hospital in France. Left forearm gunshot wound, shrapnel in my right knee. The discharge paper said I was a good man who served the kingdom with valour. They paid me 7 shillings and sixpence. Recommended me for light work in the field. For all me troubles for the empire, I ended up a bloody farmer. There was a telegram waiting for me when we disembarked at Southampton. From my father, 2 words, stay away. The Black and Tans had tried to kill him. Taught him an agent for the Irish Citizens Army. I never found out the truth. Word was he fled to Canada on a passenger liner to escape his debts. They killed my mother though. Conspiracy against the state! What did she do? Steal tips for God's sake? So, this is where I ended up. Trimming hedges in Kensington for the rich and famous. Over there is Sybil Gray's house, and over there, Noel Coward's. Lovely people. I can't complain. I have a loyal wife, 2 sons. Mind you, they're already more trouble than me old man. Perhaps it's in the blood. I heard from Brendan the other day. The Royal Irish Rifles is now the Royal Ulster Rifles. They even took that away from us. I used to think of myself as an exile. But am I? I spent my life working for the English, fighting for the English, dying for the English. My wife's from Stockport. My children sound like the king. Ireland for them is a harp on a postcard, Now all I have left is memory, a distant past that hangs like a strand of gossamer in the almighty violence of Albion's winds. So, is John Henry Clancy in exile? Or is he as English as they come?